Darren is up next. This is an interesting one. I feel like he's echoing a lot of young people right now. He says, I'm 24 years old with $5K in a Robinhood account. I have a $15K car loan with 14% interest rate. Should I pull that money out and pay off the loan faster or leave it be? I think that this is like a classic. He's young, so like he's tried some stuff and now he's realizing like, oh, I have a chance to turn this around. What does he do?
What did in his Robinhood account? Does he say what type of account?
Yeah, is it a Roth or is it
He doesn't
taxable?
say.
I bet it's a taxable.
I will say.
I bet it's a taxable.
Here's where my brain went though. Like, there's a lot of like individual stocks in Robinhood. A lot of people like promote that, so it could be like anything.
I'm guessing it's an after-tax account, and this is what I would say with you, Darren. Now, Brian, I know if we're going to agree or disagree on something. I don't know where we're going to go on this one, but here's what I do know. 14% car loan sounds high. Like that is I would argue, if you're thinking about the financial order of operations, Brian, will you hold that up for me real quick? Yeah. I would argue that a 14% car loan falls into the high interest debt category.
I'll tell you what a 14% car loan means. It means they were scared to give you that money.
Yeah, that's right.
They did not want to give you. That was one of those things where they're like, man, I don't know if we should give this guy this money, but if he's crazy enough to pay 14%, bring it on.
So I don't know how well your Robinhood account is performing, but here's what I do know. Every dollar that you deploy to that car loan is going to save you 14 cents in interest. That's like an imputed 14% rate of return. So in my mind, you really have two options you can think through. I don't think it's crazy. I mean, you got to figure out the tax consequences, but sell that $5K in Robinhood, take those dollars, go apply it to the car loan, and immediately wipe out that 14, or wipe out as much of that 14% as you can, because that $5,000 is going to get an imputed 14% rate of return by satisfying it that way. That's option number one. Option number two, and I'd really consider this, I don't know what kind of car you drive. I don't know how nice it is. I don't know how much equity's in there. But man, if you're telling yourself, man, I got $15,000 and I owe 14% on it, and it's going to take me a while to pay this off, might there be a better strategy to get into a different automobile that might not carry such a burdensome loan on it? You might not need to have a car that you owe $15,000 on. Maybe you sell that car and you try to get into something a little more affordable, something where you don't have the debt payment. And then what you can start doing is start building up that Robinhood account, start adding money, follow the financial order of operations, build up some wealth so that when you move into your next car, you're not subject to this like 14% predatory, painful auto loan that you have on it.
Darren, I want you to get mad, because here's why I tell you to get mad. It's because somebody came along. You partially are to blame for this. You went to a car lot, you looked at a car that they were scared to give you the money. Sounds like you struggled to pay for it. So they just said, hey, we'll throw out a number, and if they're crazy enough to do it, we'll do it. And that was 14%. No, that's no-go territory. I mean, if you talk to somebody who's got good credit, even with these crazy interest rates, with high interest rates right now, you can still get a car loan less than 6%, easily, all day long. I mean, some are even incentivizing it, doing it at 2% and 3%. They didn't do you right, and they probably smiled at you as they did this. You need to get mad and use that frustration to promise yourself, to have those inner discussions with yourself as, what can I learn from this experience, and never, ever, ever get myself in this again. And maybe it does require you, not only do you sell the Robinhood account, not only do you go get a more affordable car, that you make some big changes here, so that when you go back to that next dealership, don't go back to these crooks, but you go to the next dealership, you're going to know that you're going to look a lot more attractive to whoever you're doing any type of business, car, or financial endeavor with, that they give you the market rate. They actually give you better than market. They give you the financial mutant rate, because that's what I want. Every dollar that comes into my control to do 5 to 10% better than what my peers can do, because my peers are bad with money.
Yep.
I'm a financial mutant. I should get better than what market is doing. You got taken advantage of. Get mad, get your life in order, so you get that financial mutant rate the next time you go back to that lot.